So in this video, we're going to make a boxcar. So we're going to focus on this second train base, and we'll hit the slash above 8 to focus on that. Next, we'll move the 3D cursor to the origin of this base. That way our cube will be centered to start with. So press Shift S and then cursor to selected, and the 3D cursor will then jump to the base. Next, Shift A, mesh cube, and let's look at it from the front by hitting 1 on the number pad. Grab this on the Z-axis and just line it up so it's pretty level. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. Then let's scale on the Y-axis to bring it in. Just make sure it's not on the rounded part. And then let's scale it on the X to stretch it out most of the distance. Okay, now we're going to cut a hole like you can see into the boxcar, and then we'll make little sliding doors that look like they're open. So let's hit Tab to go into edit mode, and let's hit Control R near the top center. Roll your mouse wheel up once, double left click, and with those still selected, let's scale it on the X and stretch it out just a little bit. Let's go about there, something like that. And then let's put a loop going around the outside up to do the top of the door. So let's go ahead and select this face and this face. And for right now, let's just go ahead and hide those. We'll use them in a minute for the sliding doors. And let's add a modifier, and we're going to add the solidify. And let's change the thickness to 0.1 and click even thickness. Now you notice that we have a gap here because that face that we hid is still showing up as part of it, but we'll separate that in just a moment. I just wanted to make sure that this was showing up correctly. So now that the solidify modifier is on, let's hit Alt H, and we have these two parts, and we want to separate them so they're a separate object. So let's make sure they're selected, hit P. We want to separate by selection. And now those are two different things. So if we switch back to object mode, we can select those faces separately. And now we'll go back to edit mode. I'll hit A so that they're both selected. And I'm just going to scale on the Y to pull them out a little bit, just so they're sticking out in front of that opening. And then let's grab that on the X-axis like the sliding door has been left open. And that will allow us to see inside the train car and then have these sliding doors. Now, let's go ahead and apply our modifiers. So we'll apply this solidify, select the actual boxcar. You can hit Control A or the drop-down menu to apply that modifier, and then select the base and apply those two modifiers by hitting Control A. Next, we want these pieces to be connected to this base. So I'll select the sliding doors, select the boxcar, then select the base. Just to review, you left click and then shift left click and then shift left click. Then press Control J to join those into one thing. Now let's name this train boxcar. And that will be it for this video. And we'll hit slash to show our parts. And then in the next video, we'll build kind of a cage, and we're going to make a little toy flat wooden giraffe to go into that.